Disclaimer. This video is not done by any pundit, commentator or someone who's getting paid to talk. This is from a fan. Keeping it real always. Welcome everyone. At last, it's time. Colby Covington versus Tyron Woodley fight night. Let's go. So the first fight of the night that we had was between Holland versus Stewart. This was actually Darren Stewart being one of the fighters from UK, and he's quite lucky to actually get a fight. And Holland coming out from the Contender Series. So this was scouted as fight of the night by the commentators. So in round one, both the fighters came out with their game. We got the first cup shot actually on this card in this fight. And after getting the cup shot, Holland spoke about something, this cup shots being an apex thing. So that was quite funny. Stewart actually stunned Holland in a crazy exchange between them. They traded nasty knees to the legs. Holland once threw a hammer fist, stand-up, and both guys traded and had fun in the round. They were talking to each other, they were entertaining, and back and forth, Holland talked through the round and was smiling at the end of the first round. So the first round was equal, I would say, and then we entered round two. Darren took Holland down, but was unable to actually have any significant strikes when he actually took him down. And the referee had to ask both the fighters to restart standing up. Holland was down and looked for another Gady choke, but Holland came out of it. But he was able to came out, and both guys looked actually gassed out at the end of the second. And at the buzzer, Stewart took a takedown exactly at the buzzer of the second round. Round three. Both guys looked bruised, and they were actually talking to each other at the start of the third round to actually motivate each other. This was quite fun. Holland has been unorthodox as usual in this bout. Stewart again takes him down. Both try to take a dominant position, grappling at the cage. It was a matter of who wants it more in this fight at the moment. Energy was quite low at this time of the bout, being in round three, and there was lack of action when whenever they were able to take each other down. Some ground shots were landed by Stewart. It was a dominant close to round by Stewart, but still 2 rounds went to Holland. While at the end of the third round, Stewart was actually encouraging Holland while giving ground and pound to him. A lot of trash talk on this one. We went to the judges for this one. Holland won by split decision. He did not seem to be happy with the style he won, as he asked Dana White while going out of the octagon that he can run it again if they want to. Holland won by split decision. The next fight on the card was Mackenzie Dern versus I would say Mackenzie Dern was versus Randa Markos. This was the sweet-talking Brazilian Mackenzie Dern going against a veteran Randa. Dern is a jiu-jitsu black belt, so we've always seen that side of the game. Round one, she tried to throw a kick and slipped, so Mackenzie Dern was on her back, and without any intention, she hit the ground, and it went to the ground in like 25-30 seconds because of the slip that Mackenzie had. Both ladies had a lot of transition, and then we saw the jiu-jitsu game of Mackenzie Dern, that she actually crushed Markos with an armbar, and how she started the slow, methodical process to actually submit Randa once she was down. But she still got a win, and she was definitely she'll help her go up the rankings. But I would still say we still need to see more game of Mackenzie Dern, more different aspects of a game. So this was Mackenzie Dern by submission in round one. Third fight of the night, I was excited for this one because one of my favorites, Johnny Walker, was about to walk out. So this one was in the light heavyweight division with Johnny Walker versus Ryan Spann. Ryan Spann being one of the Contender Series products, so he was stoked. And Johnny Walker being 2019 hype train in the lightweight division. Hopefully he had made changes in his game after the losses that he had. But the song that Johnny Walker came out to, that was something to talk about. It was it was blasting through those speakers. So we started the fight, round one. Walker, as usual, started explosively, unorthodoxly that he normally does. But Ryan locks him down. Unfortunately, Ryan slipped badly, and at the end of kind of the second minute, he took Johnny Walker down, but to my surprise, Johnny Walker actually showed his ground game and actually came out of it and had a great recovery. This was a moment in which both guys bombed each other with a right, and it was a rocky moment in which, because both of them had the right hand jab to each other at the same time, and both of them stumbled. So Walker still put some hammer punches, and a fatal elbow came on Ryan's head. This was good for the referee to actually stop the match in the first round itself. It was a rush till it lasted. It was a good one. Walker was less cocky this time around, but he still has to go through, according to me, maybe a 3-round or a 5-round bout to show his cardio and to show his skills to be taken seriously in the light heavyweight division. So still a good start for Johnny Walker, coming back for a win. This one went to Johnny Walker by a knockout. Woo woo! Khamzat train. The Khamzat hype was next. Everyone is talking about this guy who loves to fight, who is ready to take any fight at any time. So Khamzat Chimaev versus GM3. And what can I say? Like, everybody's on the hype train, Khamzat hype train. And I was excited to see if he can come out of the fight unharmed to actually go to the next fight that he has on Fight Island with Damian Maia. So this was a great chance for GM3 to actually try to resurrect his career. So maybe if he doesn't win, at least he can actually stop Khamzat from going from that next fight. So let's see how it goes. Round one. Woo! It only lasted 17 seconds, guys. It only lasted 17 seconds. One right hand, that's it. GM3's light was out. And a few more punches were given on the ground, but that was it. Khamzat wins by knock the fuck out. After the fight, he also got a hug from Dana White. And now, actually, it feels like that what Dana spoke about, that this is something that they have never come across in the past. And this guy looks like one, because Khamzat is a refreshing story as a UFC fan. And Khamzat can be paired to have great matchups in the future, maybe with Masvidal, Usman, anything. So next for Khamzat is Damian Maia. After this performance, I am very confident that he will take out Maia as well. Next, we were to the co-main event of the evening, which is Donald Cowboy Cerrone versus Niko Price. This one I've been excited about because both guys at the press conferences were excited to actually get it all done at the cage. So remember, eye poke. Both the guys were actually last battle that Cowboy had with Perez. That was, I would say, he was very good in this fight, but he was unable to get a victory. Niko Price is dynamic, and I remember his actually upper leg kick that he had knocked out James Wick with, and also his last battle with Vincent Luque. It was a good one. Another proposed gem of the night that I was hoping for, and it lived up to it. Both looked excited to get in. Round one, we had some kicks, elbows. I would say Niko Price came out hot, and Cowboy had to take some punches and had some damage for the first 3 minutes of this round. And he took some heavy shots. Gave few knees back. Niko was throwing whatever he wanted. Cowboy looked hurt within 2 minutes of the round. 40 shots landed in first half of the first round. Kicks to the body to Cowboy. Both hit hard jabs, headshot, body kicks. A cut on Cowboy's right eye with around 1 minute in the round. Both were hitting jabs, and actually Niko Price put his fingers in Cowboy eyes. So this was the time when referee had to take 1 point away from Niko Price. This was one of the most important aspect of this fight. We get to round two. Both started to keep a range, and Cowboy was also more relaxed in this round. A straight left from Cowboy was felt by Niko. Both stayed in the boxing range to exchange jabs. It was a good back and forth fight. Second round was a steady flow of action from both the fighters, I would say. They walked into each other's shot to actually give their own. Both had cuts below the eye by the end of the second round. So it was going as planned till now. Round three, a strange thing happens in UFC. A good hug before they were about to kill each other in the third round. Niko Price and Cowboy hugged, and Niko came aggressive in the round 3. Now he had a double eye poke in this round. He seems to be out of control of his fingers. He was very apologetic about it, but still, he was out of control. Referee had to say many times in this fight to Niko Price to keep his fingers in. 2 minutes to go. Cowboys took Niko's back. Niko gave some hip kicks. Both were exchanging wildly. 1 minute to go. Cowboy weathered the initial storm from Niko. Niko showed heart and put a very contested fight. Niko was supercharged as himself as always. I can say this one did not disappoint. But there was no finish on this one, so we had to go to the judges. And you won't believe it. It was a motherfucking draw. Cowboy was confused after the decision, but Niko seems to be shouting and seems to be stroked like a maniac after listening to that. He hugged Cowboy and shouted again and went out. So according to me, Niko wasted too much of his gas in these shenanigans, and it would have better if he controlled his fingers and actually got that point. He might have won this fight. It would have not been a draw. So that was it for Cowboy and Niko Price. It was a good one. Now it was time for Colby Covington Incorporated versus Tyron Black Lives Matter Woodley. So this one has blood and was years in the making. Wrestling, cardio, power, which one will come ahead tonight and from whom? That was the question. Empty Apex was a great backdrop for this one so that we can actually hear them out. So round 1, Colby takes Woodley down. It was not as expected as a standoff fight like we had with Colby Covington and Usman. This clearly seemed that Colby has come up with a game plan, and he followed that game plan. So he took Tyron Woodley to the corners and to the cage corner, and he actually he had 40 plus punches. He was plus in the first round. Coming on the front foot on the second, Colby grabbed Woodley and landed some body shots. Just 8 by Woodley, and high volume was laid by Colby. Colby was giving numbers in all the rounds, first, second, third. And Colby used elbows, ground and pound. There was a particular takedown that was done in the first round that actually changed the game, changed the bout, because after that Woodley was very, I would say, reluctant. He was waiting for that takedown, so Woodley did not come with any, I would say, power combos in this one. It was all, I would say, all Colby, clinical performance by Colby. In round 4, he had around 103 shots to 3 of Woodley. So that is kind of the difference. That is the way the fight went. It was a smart and clinical performance by Colby. He took two leg takedown and then started body shots. All body shots might have softened Tyron up because there was blood coming from one of his eyes going to both of his eyes. He was not able to see. And at the end, in round 3, he tried to choke Colby, but after 30 seconds of doing so, he himself was grounding in pain because of a rib injury, and that was an anticlimactic end to the fight. Colby Covington won by knockout in this one. I think this would be kind of end of Tyron Woodley in the UFC. It would be very hard for him to come back after this defeat. And once again, Colby Covington called out Street Jesus, Masvidal and Usman for the next fight. So they're a great matchup for Colby Covington going forward. So let's see how it goes. It was a great night of fights, the prelims, the main card. It was worth it. Thank you very much for your time.
If you heard, a click on subscribe would be grateful. If you have any comments, requests, share them on the comment section. I will definitely go through them. Talk to you on the next one. Bye-bye.